everybody. We've made it to commencement day, and what a long road it's been. I'm so proud of everyone for making it here. If you were to tell me a year ago that the whole world would come to a pause because of a virus that coincidentally has the same name as a Mexican beer, I would not believe you. I wouldn't believe that the last week before spring break would be our last real week at school. I wouldn't believe that I would never walk through those crowded hallways again. I would never wake up early for jazz band again. And I would never believe you that I would miss those things either. I, and probably you too, took our old lives for granted. And in the worst or best way possible, depending on how you look at it, we all learned a very important lesson. Never take anything in life for granted, because you'll never know when you lose it. It's crucial that we appreciate every moment in our lives, every resource we have access to, like education and a roof over our heads. But even thinking deeper than that, the education we received at LFMSS is unlike any other. Everyone knows everyone at our school. Our students are kind and inclusive. We share so many fond memories with one another, some dating back to as early as preschool. Our teachers do way more than what's in their job description. They're our mentors, our therapists, our encouragers. They're our friends. They want us to succeed, not only as students, but as people too. Educators are curious creatures that do not get enough credit for the work they do, and I personally will miss them a lot. When this pandemic finally comes to a close, we will fully move on to the next phase of our lives and jump into the real world. Some of us will start at post-secondary institutions, others will go into trades, and some may work. Wherever we may be going, we all share one common characteristic. We all have grown up in the fundy bubble. I think everyone has their own definition of what the fundy bubble is, but we can all agree that it has molded us into personable, kind, and caring people. We understand the importance of creating close-knit communities. We know to acknowledge the unique skills that each individual brings to a community, group, or project. We know that diversity is a strength and compassion is a tool. And as a result of that, we have been set up for great success. Speaking of success, we need to celebrate the success of graduation. I know the circumstances suck, but we can't let it burden us from celebrating in the most Dr. Bonnie Henry approval way possible. And one way we can do that is through reminiscing. So, remember when we had those 2 roaring weeks of Frozen shows that sold out our closing night? Oh, that didn't happen. Or all of those epic grad house parties? Oh, those didn't happen either. Or all those grad pranks we did at the end of the school year? No, those didn't happen. But remember when we saw that glass bottle get thrown up into the air and then watched it smash down into the ground at grad campout? That did happen. Or when we all brought solo cups to school on Frat Friday, even though administration told us not to? That happened too. Or when we walked through the school for the last time in our grad banquet outfits? That did happen. And finally, when we walked across the stage to be handed our dogwood diplomas, that happened too. What I'm trying to say is that even though we didn't really get the grad year we thought we would, we still got the praise and acknowledgement we worked so hard for. We still have our friendships and memories that will last a lifetime. And most importantly, we all went through this whirlwind of a grad year together. Now that's something. So when you do go out into the real world, I want you to remember a few things. Always stay true to yourself. Don't let yourself get trapped in a life that makes you miserable. Balance work and play carefully. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, as long as you learn from them after, and learn from other people's mistakes too. Be kind, be generous, but most importantly, be you and stay you. That's it, that's all. Miss Coconut told me to walk down naturally today. Good job. Well done, Pat.